Hey guys, so I'm back with another video. I wanted to start with the first impressions of this new brush that I ordered, and it is the Morphe X Ariel brush set. And if you don't know who this is, it's Makeup by Ariel. He's like one of the Kardashians' main makeup artists. I was kind of sold on the line when I saw him do a video with Patrick Starrr where he did this amazing makeup look. And I've never tried Morphe brushes before. I've heard mixed reviews. So I wanted to see and, you know, mix it up. So I'm a professional makeup artist and instructor, and a lot of my students are young. So I kind of wanted to, you know, get things that they ask me about. They always ask me about Morphe. It's a very popular brand. So it comes in this cardboard box with his like signature, and then inside here is the brushes. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 brushes with a sponge, and it was $98. So first impressions, the brushes are really pretty. They're kind of like this matte cream color, like nude, which is like so in for everything clothing. I guess makeup brushes now. It's interesting how it's like completely one tone matte. Usually I look for brushes that have a ferrule clamp because I know it's more secure, but you know, we'll see. It has a little slant here, which is actually really nice for scooping out product. The brushes so far are soft. Not the softest I've ever felt, not scratchy at all though. And I know he like kind of handcrafted these. I noticed a lot of them are kind of like rounded brushes, which I know are pretty in right now, so I'll go through them really quickly with you guys. So this is like a tulip shape face brush, a rounded kind of buffer brush. They have two sizes. These look very similar. Some of these are actually like the exact same except different maybe densities. So there's this one next to this one. This one's a little denser. This one's a little fluffier for maybe like blush versus like foundation. And then there's another tulip brush. So a little smaller. I would think this would be, it's really close. So that's interesting. I don't know. We'll see. Then we have a very fluffy cheek brush. It looks almost like an eyeshadow blender jumbo. This is probably for like highlight or just like light touch. Then we have two more blenders. These are probably like under the eye or highlight or eyeshadow. So again, blenders are very prevalent in this kit. And then a third blender. Look at all these. Do you see how they're kind of close? That's kind of like, to me, a little bit too similar, but maybe they just perform differently. And then with the last three are the smallest. It goes from like biggest to smallest. A typical flat applicator, a teeny tiny smudger, and then a like concealer slash like flat liner concealer brush. So it's like probably for like the brows maybe. And then lastly we have a like egg shaped sponge, which has the 2 points, which is kind of nice having two detailed sides for like fitting in small areas. It's very, very soft, which is good because you can tell it's going to be a good stippling brush. So first impressions, it looks okay. I'm not like blown away, but I'm going to use them. I have a gig and a photo shoot this weekend, so I'll use them and I'll wash them and I will report back. Okay guys, so I'm currently washing the Morphe X Ariel brushes, and I have just some warm water and some Dawn soap and a little brush sponge, and I'm just getting like the, you know, anything that is like dirt from the factory or preservatives or whatever off of them. And I've done a quick shampoo and everything seems to be holding up. There's no extreme shedding, actually no shedding at all, no bleeding. It is a natural like kind of color hair brush, so like I said, no crazy bleeding or anything. So far it's passed that test. So I'm going to let these dry overnight, and then what I'm going to do is try them on myself because I want to see how they feel on my face, and then I'll wash them again, and then I'll try them on a client. So I'll let you guys know what I think. Okay, so I am trying out the new Morphe X Ariel brushes, and I'm headed to a makeup gig, so I'm going to do light makeup on myself. So I'm starting out with the foundation brush. This is like a rounded Dent Foundation brush. And this is NARS Sheer Glow. The brush is actually not super dense. It's kind of like a little bit fluffy. So it's easy to blend. But it wouldn't, I don't think this would give you max coverage unless you kind of stipple it. But it is going on really smooth. When I wash the brushes, no shedding, no bleeding, but I did notice it kind of has that funky smell that some brushes have. I have to double check whether these are natural or synthetic. It almost looks like they're natural hair.
How do you look?
I don't know, I'm seeing Bella, and she, the brush line has a bunch of like these rounded brushes. So I'm gonna use this like crease brush. And I like to use these kind of brushes for concealing because they don't leave any lines. And they're also obviously for blending anything like eyeshadow. You can put highlight on. Bella's doing her makeup too. Yeah, you like the brushes, Bebe?
Yeah.
So
Mommy,
these are really, really soft. Like,
Mommy,
they're
Mommy,
not
Mommy.
dense, like I said.
Mommy,
Yes?
I need this brown. I need brown. I put the face.
You're gonna put on your face?
Yep.
Okay.
Where
So
is
I'm
it?
gonna put this makeup on myself and then see how I like it, and then I'm going to wash it and probably use them tomorrow on a client for a photo shoot I'm doing at the school. I'm getting a little powder and I'm just gonna set. This is a good size for
Mommy?
kind of detailed face work. You could tell these are for people with a light touch because, like I said, they're a little fluffier. I'm going to take the rest of my face. I'm going to use the large powder brush.
I mean, this one.
No, I don't want you to get that all over the place. This is Too Faced Born This Way powder. And I'm using this to just kind of set everywhere else because when I wear a mask, I want to wear powder so that way it doesn't transfer. This is a tulip shaped brush, but kind of like a larger one. You want to see you?
Yeah.
So this one I would use for like the larger face work, but there is a smaller one which you could use for blush, highlight, bronzer, contour. I should have used this for my foundation. Okay, so this is a MAC Mineralized Skin Finish. What do you want?
I want the moisturizer on my cheeks.
On your cheeks? Use this. Put this on your cheeks. Here. Okay. So bronzer, and this is like more of a rounded kind of brush, but a little bit dense. So this makes a good bronzer brush. I'm noticing the same vibe with all of these brushes. They are like medium density and rounded of some sort to kind of get no lines. And then I'm going to use this smaller brush, the smaller tulip, for some blush.
I want blush too.
Okay. A little makeup artist up in here. So this is one of my favorite brushes from the Balm.
I want it.
Okay, get your brush. Dip it in. That's not where blush goes. It goes on your cheeks. Okay, so this is smaller, so
Now.
I'm using a really light touch.
And this is my.
They were actually pretty affordable for an entire set and sponge. It was like $98 for like a dozen of them, so it was affordable for makeup brushes. There is this review on In My Kit, which is a professional makeup artist Facebook group run by KJ Bennett, and he said that Morphe brushes are coated so they look soft, but after a couple washes they I just noticed my shower curtain, they are rough again. And I've heard people like say their Morphe brushes don't last long. I can't attest to that because I've never had Morphe brushes, but you know, I'll give them a couple washes. Okay, so I'm gonna get some of these smaller brushes real quick and get some eyes in. I'm gonna take bronzer and throw them in my crease. Oh, I like this for the
I'm
eye.
digging, Mama. Digging.
You're what?
Digging.
You're digging?
Yeah.
No, Bella. No. Look what Bella just did. Don't do that, Bella. Now you have it all over your hands. No. No, we're not doing that anymore, okay? It's okay. Bella, come here. It's okay. She went on her self-imposed timeout. Okay, so just a little bit. This is really good for this kind of really quick bronzing in the crease. And I'll just take the flat brush. So this is one of the few flat brushes all the way around it, and I'm just gonna hit golden. There's like a concealer and a liner brush. Look what Bella did. She like jammed my powder blush onto it. I guess this is like a lip or smudge brush. Okay, so let's take, this is a concealer brush. I'm just gonna take a little bit of concealer on here and just carve out a little highlight real quick. I'm just doing a quick makeup just because I don't do extra when I'm doing gigs. I just do just enough. Like I said, these have a little bit of that weird smell, so I feel like these are natural bristles. Powder in the blender. And then I'm going to take, this is a flat brush. You could use this to conceal or do liner. I'm going to dip it in a little bit of black shadow and just do a quick little line right here. And it actually works really good for the liner. It's a good one. It's nice and stiff and dense, so it's like a precise line. That's one of my things with liner brushes. Some of them just are too fluffy or not like straight enough. And then I'm going to take that smudge brush that Bella got stuff over all this blush on top, and I'm just going to take a little bit of brown and just kind of like go underneath it and just smudge it. This would also be a lip brush too, or you could use it in the tear duct. I'm going to go under with a little bronzer just to kind of soften that line. So far, the brushes are fine. I wouldn't say these are like pro brushes. I feel like the brushes all kind of look the same, you know, and the line. Okay, so this is the look I was able to get with the Makeup by Ariel brushes. Like I said, they're okay. I'm going to use them on a client. And I'm going to do more of like kind of an editorial look tomorrow. So a light touch is kind of needed with like more sheer washes of color. So I'll let you know how it goes. Cleaning my new Morphe brushes along with my makeup brushes and sponges. And this is the sponge that comes with it. Y'all, first wash, I only used the sponge once. First wash, look what happened. It didn't happen to any of my other sponges I just washed. So that was a fail. Has this happened to anyone else? Hey guys, so I wanted to come back with my final review of the Morphe X Ariel brush line. So I've had some time to test it out. I've washed them twice, used them on myself, used them on a client, and my final thoughts are that they are fine if you want to have some brushes like for your everyday makeup, for yourself. For pros, definitely wouldn't carry them in my kit. I think the aesthetic is really cute. Like I said, I would, if you have like an all nude bedroom or makeup area, I think they would be really cute. And I do think there are pros, but there are cons. So I'll kind of walk you through it. I looked it up online, and 2 of the brushes are synthetic and the rest are natural. And I could tell because the way that they feel and the way that they smell. They have that like kind of weird scent when you wash them in the beginning. So if I use this on my clients, I would have to wash them a lot to get that scent out. And some people don't like natural hair. They want synthetic for like animal cruelty and all that stuff. So the good things, I do think they're aesthetically pretty. Not really practical for a pro kit though, because like this light color shows dirt really easily, and it's matte and it's a little bit hard to clean the makeup off. I do like the sculpted ends, like how they're all pointed to scoop product out. I think that's a nice touch. The brushes, to me, like I said, they're not really pro quality. There are some that I like more than others, but I feel like as like a pro, not so much. Like the quality isn't really there, like, just to be honest. I can use them, but I won't probably like grab for any of them like a must-have brush. My favorite brushes though are, I do like this large fluffy blender because it's really nice for the face for really light blending. or light touch, like subtle makeup application. So I do like this one a lot. I do like that he does have a lot of rounded brushes because that makes for a nice application. But they're all so similar. Like all of these brushes literally are like the exact same shape, where I wish she kind of mixed it up a little bit. So as you can see, they're all this tulip shaped blender, but just in different sizes. But yeah, I mean, they're okay. I noticed that they're sold out online, but there's also a 30% off coupon. I think at 30% off it would have been a better deal because they were $98, so closer to like 60, 70 would be better. I did show a little clip that my sponge broke. I only used it one time and washed it one time and it broke. And I could tell that it felt weird as I was washing it, like it wasn't flexible. So that's a fail. Like that is definitely a fail. So overall, would I purchase them again? No. Would I recommend them? No. But they're not horrible. They just aren't consumer. They're just not pro brushes, and I'm a pro makeup artist, so that's how I was kind of looking at them. If you really like Makeup by Ariel and you want to support him, cool. If you love Morphe, cool. If you want pretty brushes, cool. They're fine. So that's my honest thoughts on them. Spent my own money on the line, not sponsored at all. Let me know what you guys think. If you like these kind of reviews, let me know. So that is it for now. Until next time, have a great night. Ciao, Bellas.